Paulina. I'm Raphael from the 3D Maker Foundation.
Pleasure to meet you.
Same here. So Paulina, you're with the Additive Fashion.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do, how you got involved in 3D printing.
Sure. So when I was studying for my MBA in fashion management in Belgium, I became fascinated with 3D printing, and especially the applications of 3D printing in the fashion industry. As part of my studies, I was gathering all of this information, so I decided to start a blog, which is actually, its 1 year anniversary is today.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. It's been a fun ride. And in my blog, I look at all of the developments that are taking place, and specifically in 3D printing and fashion.
Cool.
So 3D printing, it's interesting that 3D printing developed in more of from the additive manufacturing side and started to slowly creep into the fashion sphere. And in the fashion sphere, people don't realize it, but for example, a lot of current jewelry is already 3D printed, lost wax method and so on. However, just recently it's become more possible to even print directly with metals, and we see more and more developments on that side.
So you've had a chance to walk around the show?
Yes.
The second floor, the fourth floor?
Every floor.
All right. Tell me your two favorite projects that you saw printed.
My favorite, this is a tough one, but I think my favorite is a gorgeous gown designed by XYZ Studio out in Australia. And the most fascinating thing is that this couple of engineers, actually architects, it's a couple, there's a husband and wife team, and one is an engineer, I believe, and one is an architect. They designed this gown in their studio and were able to print it with a desktop printer. So it's a completely full-length gown, incredible detail, very intricate work, and I believe they used Ultimaker, if I am not mistaken. Well, another very exciting piece that I saw today was a flexible ensemble. So there was a flexible corset and a flexible bottom piece that was designed by a fascinating artist from South Africa, and it was made on object printer. So we already are seeing not only flexible 3D prints, but also
That's an object.
That's an object as well. Okay, well this is fun too.
Right.
But what we have seen is a corset, so somebody can actually wear it. It's flexible.
She's South African?
The artist is South African. Michaela, yes. You've spoken with her already?
Of course.
Yes.
Amazing.
She is a wonderful, wonderful person. And it's just amazing to see how quickly the technology is coming along. Just recently people were saying, well, 3D printing in fashion is not going to be really applicable until we have flexibility. And now we are kind of getting there slowly. And you are helping artists to connect to the technology.
So these are all sketches that an artist drew out of her imagination.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a modeler, a 3D modeler, and he's taking her sketches, turning them into 3D models right behind you, and then we're sending them to the printers, and the printers are printing them.
That is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. It's like we're showing the whole process as it evolves and as it happens. So here's a question for you.
Sure.
Fast forward 1 year, you're coming to the same show.
Yes.
What would you like to see at the show?
To be perfectly honest, I would like to see more young people.
Young people.
Young people. I have spoken to a number of fashion design artists, fashion design students in Antwerp and in other fashion schools. And I feel like there's quite a lot of interest, but they're scared of the technology a little bit. And something like what you're doing, where you can turn a sketch into a 3D printed design, where you don't necessarily have to sit down and learn computer-aided design for 6 months.
Absolutely.
I think that's going to be a breakthrough for them, especially to make it more accessible.
So this is what I'd like you to do, loud though, because they're starting to play the music.
Sure.
I want you to look into the camera, tell everyone how they can follow your blog, and tell them a little bit about how they can follow your fashion creative work as well.
Find me at additivefashion.com, and And I have a Twitter, Pinterest, and I'm looking forward to learning more and teaching everybody about 3D printing fashion.
Paulina, thank you so much.
It's a pleasure. Thank you very much.
It's like the kids.